Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is a double upload. I promised you guys yesterday you'll be getting a double upload. So first video of the day is this. Later on tonight I will be dropping a Chelsea news related video, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that one. Make sure you're subscribed. And yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. On Saturday, so tomorrow, you'll be getting your match preview for the Arsenal versus Chelsea game, and you'll be seeing me over on Lee Gunner's channel, so make sure you check him out. Keep your eyes peeled for that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. But talking about Arsenal, I felt it's only right, because it's a double upload, I talk about probably what is the main topic outside of Chelsea Football Club right now, and that is Arsenal's horrendous recruitment. Right? I know there's probably going to be some gooners watching. I come in peace, but I wanted to outline as a Chelsea fan who, you know, our club knows a thing or two about buying and selling, right? That's just how we've been running for quite a lot of years. And looking at the way Arsenal are doing things, we know that Arsenal are meant to be on a rebuild. We know that Arsenal are meant to be in a transition. I mean, how long have they been in a transition now? That begs the question. But based on this transfer window, after finishing 8th twice in the Premier League consecutively, with Arteta as manager, no European football, you'd think that a lot of investment's going to go in. They're going to get top players. They're going to try and really, you know, rejuvenate Arsenal Football Club. Get that team going again as one of the top 4. Well, at least one of the top 6. It's not looking like it. Now, there's all sorts of fingers being pointed, all sorts of blame being thrown across the spectrum. You know, blaming Kroenke, blaming Edu, blaming Arteta, blaming the players, blaming the fans, blaming each other. It's just a complete mess. And this mess has been adding up, I would say, increasing and increasing and increasing for the last 10 to 15 years. Right? Arsenal fans, I gotta say, as a Chelsea fan, I feel for Arsenal fans to an extent, because they've really dealt with this for a long time. I can speak as a Chelsea fan. There's no way in hell we would have had it. There's no way. And we've had our bad moments. We cut it off at the source immediately. We just, you know, under Mourinho, Mourinho, for goodness sakes. Mourinho, we were 16th and we started to panic, right? We started to think, hey, what's going on here? You know, as much as we wanted Jose to stay, but we were like, hey, this isn't right. This isn't right. And people became vocal. Under Antonio Conte, we all explained that it was a mess. But we'd still won the title. The season after that, we'd still won the FA Cup. Standards remain high. But fans were demanding, we got to be doing better. The club are letting us down. You know? Sorry, we saw on and off results there. Fans were vocal. Lampard, for goodness sakes. Our probably most decorated, not most decorated, our highest legend in the club, basically. You know, the player that's regarded at the highest at Chelsea FC, Frank Lampard. The greatest, if not one of the greatest players of all time at the club, becomes our manager. And even then we're like, nah, we've had enough. It's done. You can't take it any further. Fans are on it. We don't let it go. With Arsenal, it feels like there's been a lot of patience. A lot of patience. Too much. You'd think that the Emirates are packed with 60,000 Buddhist monks. The amount of patience that I'm seeing from Gooners is mad. It's mad. Yeah, it's got to be more. You got to be more vocal. You got to be more vocal. And I know that protests are beginning to start. That should have started 10 years ago. If I'm being completely honest, those protests against, you know, Stan Kroenke, the way that the Kroenkes are leading the club, or Edu and the recruitment, or the manager situations, that should have been vocalized 10 years ago on a big level. Not just talking on AFTV or anything like that. I mean on a big level. Organisation within the fan base. It's taken up until now. Anyway, better late than never. Talking about Arsenal's recruitment, though, this has been a shambles. And this has been the one thing that I wanted to discuss, because I'm looking at these names and I can't believe what I'm seeing. In terms of a club that really wants to try and bring themselves back to the highest level, is this what Arsenal have to offer? Now, the Kroenkes have been given a lot of stick. A lot of stick. And I think even up until now, you'll find 99 out of 100 Arsenal fans that want Stan Kroenke out of the club. And fair enough, I couldn't agree more. But now there is a little spanner put in the works. Because the argument before was the Kroenkes don't care. The Kroenkes don't put enough money into the club. I mean, history proves itself. The Kroenkes have injected 15 million into the club out of their own pocket. Whereas I think in the United States, they've managed to inject so much more and used government funding and all sorts. It's a mess over there. But anyway, a lot more has been invested in the Rams that Stan Kroenke owns compared to Arsenal Football Club over here. However, Arsenal are seen as a, you could say, self-sufficient club. So they generate their own income and they generate their own profits, and then they use that profits to put back into the club and get things going again. Stan Kroenke has been, demonized as the guy that isn't injecting any money, that isn't putting anything into Arsenal, and Arsenal are struggling because of it. Okay, fair enough. And then there comes the director, or Edu. There's protests against him. Is he doing enough? Is he a good director? Are we looking at the correct signings? And then there's criticism on Arteta. Is he doing enough? Is he a good manager? Are his tactics stale? Does he know what he's doing? And then there's the players, and there's all sorts of blame. But previously, the blame was on Stan Kroenke. Not enough money's been injected. We can't really say that now, can we? Let's have it right. Arteta and Edu have been given what pretty much looks like a blank check. Here you go. I mean, let's go through the signings. Let's go through who Arsenal have actually managed to recruit this season, or this transfer window, and how much they've cost. Check this out. So, we'll start from the bottom because I've got a lot to say about Ben White. Nuno Tavares for 7.2 million, 21-year-old left back, fair enough. Lokonga, 21-year-old midfielder, 15.75 million, okay. Martin Odegaard, 22 years old, from Real Madrid, 31.5 million. And Ben White, 23 years old, defender, 52.65 million. And on top of that, don't forget, Ramsdale's coming in. And he's coming in for 30 million. 30 million. This is what I'm saying. 129 million or 130, around that margin, has been spent. 130 million pounds has been spent by Arsenal Football Club. That's not saying Arsenal are not spending money. Arsenal are spending money, and this transfer window, Arsenal are the highest spenders. Yes, ahead of Man City, ahead of Man United, ahead of yours truly, Chelsea, and we've had a banging window. We got Lukaku. Arsenal have spent more. 129 million, around that margin if it's not exact. So the money's been spent. So now we can't really say, okay, the owners, Kroenke, they haven't backed the manager, they haven't backed the director, they haven't backed the recruitment. Maybe there's one excuse that still stands for that point, is that it's not the Kroenke's money. But do they release the funds? I don't know. That's for Arsenal fans to know. If they know the ins and outs of the club, let me know in the comments. Who releases the funds? Are the funds there available for the director to take a hold of and take responsibility for? Or is it something that the Kroenkes have to sign off and go, okay, well, 130 million, we are letting you spend 130 million. Is that how it works? Let me know. But regardless, money's been spent. So now we can't really talk about the Kroenkes or the owners or the higher-ups not backing the manager or the recruitment process, because they have. They've allowed the money to be spent. Now, the problem is, how have you spent that money? Edu looks like he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. And if the responsibility is on Arteta to work alongside Edu to find the targets that he wants as manager of the team, well, it's safe to say Arteta doesn't know what he's doing either. Because that's a shambles. Do you know what this window reminds me of? Let me show you. Because as Chelsea fans, we've been there and done it and worn the t-shirt. This is what it reminds me of. This transfer window for Chelsea in 2017-18. This. The year we bought Morata for what looks like 59.4 million. I can tell you the fee was 70 million and everyone knows that. Bakayoko, 36 million. Drinkwater, 34 million. Rudiger, 31.5, which was actually a very good buy. At the end of the day, he's one of the best defenders in the world right now. Zappacosta, 22.5 million. Emerson, 18 million. Giroud, which worked out very well for 15. And Barkley for 15 million. We spent so much money that transfer window on dead wood and squad fillers. Squad fillers. Simple. They were squad fillers. Now, with Arsenal and who they've managed to buy, let's run it down. Tavares. Is he going to play ahead of Tierney? Most likely not. Might do a few games, but most likely not. So that's, 7 million, fair enough for a backup. Cool, but that's a backup. Let's clarify that. Backup. Lokonga for 15 million or so. Young, comes from Anderlecht. has played, what, about 75 or 78 appearances for Anderlecht. Young lad, possibly one for the future. Definitely not one for now, though. Let's have it right. So for this season, where Arsenal are desperate, he's not the answer. If you're talking in terms of midfield, or in terms of a DM, or someone that's going to be a little deep-lying midfielder, someone that's going to be sitting a little deeper, like Lokonga, I think, is going to be doing, yes, maybe, decent player, but not the world beater that Arsenal need in that position. No. I think teams and players will find ways around a Lokonga. For now. He might get better because he's young. Fair play to him for that. So we'll see what happens in the next few years. But Arsenal ain't got time. Arsenal don't have a few years. Have you seen Arsenal had a few years 15 years ago? Yeah? Look at Arsenal now. Mess. They don't have that time. But is this the process? Is Arteta wanting to build long term? Because if he is, he's very naive. Very naive. Because if you finish 8th again, you're sacked. Simple. Your project's out the window. Managers need to learn there is no time now. Simple. Time is a thing of the past. That doesn't happen. You get time based on results, based on winning. You keep winning, you get time. You don't win, you don't get time. That's the equation. It's simple and clear as crystal. After Lokonga, Odegaard. Odegaard's a weird one because he comes from Real Madrid. Decent player. Right? Decent. Is he ultra fantastic? No. Am I scared of Odegaard in an Arsenal shirt? No. We saw Odegaard playing for Arsenal last season. Arsenal ended up finishing 8th. Did he play that much? I think he only played maybe about half the games. But where does he fit in? Or is he going to fit alongside Smith Rowe? Who's going to be playing? Is it going to be Xhaka, Lokonga, Smith Rowe, Odegaard? Not all of them at the same time, surely. Anyone else? Have I missed anyone else? This is the thing. All those players I just mentioned, no one scares me. No one scares anyone, I don't think. So it's crazy. But look, Odegaard, decent player, 22 years old. There's room for growth. Again, this could be one for the future. But Arsenal don't have time. This is the thing. And then you go to Ben White. Ben White, Arsenal spent £50 million on a player that's rated at 25 million who's had one good season in the Premier League. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. Ben White, who is he even that fantastic as a central defender? No. Couldn't make it into the first team set up in the England team. They'd only just broken through as a backup. Let's have it right. One decent spell in the Premier League. Done all right for Brighton. Done okay for Leeds. 50 million. That's a horrendous recruitment. That's horrendous. And Arsenal got played. Arsenal got absolutely played. Because I remember when these links started happening and there was the rumour of Arsenal paying about 25, 30 million. Fair enough. Brighton asked for 50 and Arsenal went with it. That's shocking. That's absolutely shocking. And then the biggest kicker. Ramsdale. You let go of Emi Martinez. A decent keeper. Who's gone on and played very, very well. And then you take that money, you add a bit more on, and you get Ramsdale. Ramsdale, who for the last 3 clubs, if I'm not mistaken, he's played at, every single one's got relegated. It's a joke. It's an absolute shambles. It's a shambles. And I wanted to get the general consensus of all of you, not just Arsenal fans, but everyone. What are you thinking in terms of Arsenal's recruitment? Because this is really bad. Really bad. And you know what the biggest kicker is? We move the signings aside, regardless of who Arsenal have signed. Are these lads and is this team going to perform under Arteta? No. You just won't. And with recruitment like that being steered by Edu and Arteta, I think, at the same time, there's no way. There's just no way. But tactically, we don't even know what Arteta's about. What does he do? You know, what system do Arsenal play? What tactics does Arteta have? The only thing I read in terms of Arteta is he likes his teams to sit back, play sideways, backwards, and try and hit a long ball over the top, sometimes across into the box and just hope. That's what I read in Arsenal. I don't see anything else. The only thing that I saw, especially in that Brentford game, was Smith Rowe maybe taking a little bit of initiative and trying to dribble through the middle. That's the only thing. But if we're talking tactically, any patterns of play, any combinations, any certain runs, any certain passes, like we see with Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea, I can give you a flipping list of things that happens with Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea. I can't give you a point with Arteta's Arsenal. I ain't got a clue. It's crazy at Arsenal. But let me know in the comments. I want to hear everyone's thoughts. Let me know of what you think in terms of the recruitment, the owners, Arteta, these players, these signings. Are you scared of them? Are you not? If you're an Arsenal fan, what are you feeling? Are you happy? Are you not? Let me know. I'd love to hear all of your opinions. And moving forward, I have to say, if I'm going to give a prediction, I did give a prediction in my Premier League predictions. I put Arsenal 10th. And we'll see, because right now it's looking like it's heading that way. But honestly, I just don't see what Arteta's going to offer. I think sooner or later he will be sacked. He has to. If this keeps going, he has to. There's just no room or no error anymore that could be done. There's no excuses. So, we'll see. But in terms of these signings, the recruitment, Edu, shambolic. And yeah, the fans, I think, are going to start getting very hostile. There's a protest planned for Sunday before the Arsenal-Chelsea game. That tells you everything you need to know. We'll see whether fans actually show up for that. See if the change is really wanted within the Arsenal fan base. But anyway, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Make sure you check out the second video of the day coming later in regards to Chelsea news. That's our nitty gritty on this channel. But I'll see all of you then. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. Thank you all so much. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. I'll see all of you later on. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care. See you later. And peace.